Sister Carol in prayer. We'd appreciate that. She seems to be doing well. Carm, is that correct? No serious issues? So if you keep Sister Carol in prayer, we'd appreciate that. Also, there's a young woman that we know. In Summers Point, there's a Chinese restaurant called Ocean Garden that we just love. Their food is excellent. And when we first got to New Jersey, my wife and Dom and the girls were finishing their schooling and waiting for work transfer in Ohio, so we were here. And I think the first or second night here, we found this little Chinese restaurant on Route 9, and we went in there, and we met a very lovely young lady named Winnie. And Winnie is the daughter of the owner, whose name is Henry. And obviously, we've got to know them very well. Henry's just a wonderful man. He and his wife, Sue, they've been, friends for over 3 years. And I went in there the other night and haven't seen Henry all throughout COVID. So we would get carry out there, we get takeout, and I would see Sue, but I haven't seen Henry in a while. And so he came out Wednesday night and gave me a hug, and I said, "How are you? I haven't seen you. How's everything? How's the family?" And he kind of shook his head. I said, "What's the matter?" And here on May 25th, their 26-year-old daughter, Winnie, had suffered a massive stroke. And she's pretty much paralyzed on her right side. She's going to be in for a very, very long rehab, at least a year. And so I'd ask you to pray for Winnie. She's a lovely, lovely young lady. She hadn't seen her in a while. Probably haven't seen her in probably a year and a half, maybe a little longer. But she had gotten a job out, finished college, was working out in West Orange, and it was a very, very, very stressful job. Do you realize that stress will kill you? In all seriousness, do you realize how destructive stress is in your life? It will take you out. In all seriousness, for those of you that struggle with phobias and fears and that kind of stuff, and I'm not making light of it at all, but you put your body under so much unnecessary stress. And that's why, the Bible continuously says, "Fear not, fear not, fear not, fear not. Be strong in the Lord. Be of good courage." You learn these verses, but the reality of it is that you have to really get to a place where you start to apply them, where they really do become part of who you are. And so, if you would pray for Winnie, obviously they're not saved. We've given them numerous gospel tracts and witnessed to them. As far as I know, they haven't gotten saved yet. At least they've not said anything. But pray for their salvation. And I have Henry's number. He's a wonderful man. And, as far as unsaved men go.